Philipp Ludwig II of Hanau-Münzenberg was one of the most notable counts of Hanau of the early modern period, his policies bringing about sweeping changes. Count Philipp Ludwig II of Hanau-Münzenberg was born in the castle at Hanau and baptized 2 weeks later on the 3rd of December. His parents were Count Philipp Ludwig I of Hanau-Münzenberg and Countess Magdalena of Waldeck. Guardianship. He nominally succeeded his deceased father on the 4th of February 1580, albeit under the guardianship of Counts John VI, Count of Nassau-Dillenburg, Louis I, Count of Sayn-Wittgenstein and Philipp IV, Count of Hanau-Lichtenberg, who was replaced in 1585 by his son, Count Philipp V of Hanau-Lichtenberg. His widowed mother, Magdalena, remarried on the 9th of December 1581 to Count John VII, the middle of Nassau-Siegen, the son of one of the guardians. In consequence, Philipp Ludwig II and his younger brother, Count Albrecht, joined the Nassau-Dillenburg court, a center of the Reformation movement in Germany and closely tied to the electorate of the Palatinate of the Rhine. The new ideas he encountered here greatly influenced his life. The guardianship was ended only in 1608 at the behest of the Elector Palatine Friedrich IV family, during a wedding feast in Dillenburg that lasted from the 23rd of October 1596 to 3 November 1596. He married Katharina Belgica, third daughter of William the Silent, producing the following children: Charlotte Louise, not married, daughter, died unbaptized; Philip Ulrich; Amalia Elizabeth, married to Wilhelm V, Landgrave of Hesse-Kassel; Katharina Juliana, married first on the 11th of September 1631 to Count Albrecht Otto II of Solms-Lorbach, Rodelheim and Assenheim, and secondly on the 31st of March 1642 to Moritz Christian of Wiedrunkel. Philip Moritz, who succeeded him, buried in the Marienkisch in Hanau. Wilhelm Reinhard, buried in the Marienkisch in Hanau. Heinrich Ludwig died during the siege of Maastricht. Friedrich Ludwig, buried in the family tomb of the Duke of Bouillon in Sedan. Jacob Johann, buried in St. Nikolaus in Strasbourg. Policies. Count Philipp Ludwig II policies are notable for the drive of modernization for his tiny state. With his marriage, he came of age, although the regency continued for his younger brother Albrecht. By using his rights under the Quia Regio, EIUS Religio rule, he changed the confession of his county to Calvinism. He succeeded with this nearly everywhere in his sphere of influence, except in a few villages in the district Bornheimerberg, which surrounded Frankfurt, and the condominiums shared with the Roman Catholic Archbishop-Elector of Mainz. The villages in the vicinity of Frankfurt had strong ties to this Lutheran city, and a majority of the villages just went to Lutheran services in foreign Frankfurt territory. Also in the condominiums Philipp Ludwig II shared with the Archbishopric of Mainz, he couldn't change anything, whether they had become Lutheran. During the Reformation had remained Roman Catholic. The introduction of Calvinism and its location at only half a day's journey away from Frankfurt with its trade fair, made Hanau an attractive place to settle for Calvinist refugees from France and later from the southern Netherlands. They were often wealthy traders and were attractive subjects for a ruler in need of tax revenues. In 1597 and 1604, the Count and the refugees entered into 2 treaties which gave them a large degree of self-government and founded the new town of Hanau, south to the historic medieval settlement. This proved to be a big success and initiated an economic growth for Hanau which lasted even into the 19th century. Philipp Ludwig II also reinstated a Jewish community in Hanau. Space was allotted for the Jews on the southern fortifications of the historic town, which was no longer needed, due to the new town which protected this side of the old town. This ghetto was not part of one either town, but placed directly under the administrative control of the county. Count Philipp Ludwig II also tried to found a university. He founded the ULAN School in Hanau. It was modeled on the Herborn Academy, where he had studied himself. Even so, it did not develop into a university, and it still exists until today as a secondary school. Ancestors.